No, put this mark right here. Daryl Lamont Jones. It was a hole. They had to stitch it up. Zala was 6 months. And Jessica Rivers, she had a son. True story. Everything. Honesty is the best policy, especially when you have validation for it all. That's why I just read it. Because she's in the report. His ex-wife. Well, his wife. Not ex, but his wife. Jessica Rivers. So Lala, she was 6 months. He disappeared. He woke up early. I didn't even know. He had a wife. It was so quiet. Woke up that morning, Zala was 6 months. My firstborn daughter, she was 6 months. I think I went back. Let me see, the first time I went to him, I was young, about 16. Then I think I went back like 4 times, maybe 4 times. Because graduation, that's exactly what happened. Graduation, Doretha and Eugene was there at the graduation, and they had me over. That's what Peach McIntyre was talking about on her platform. Handing over. So she already knew. Hand me over to Daryl, me and Zala. Didn't know he had a wife. If they even married. But that's what the reports say, they married. Zala hand me over, graduation. Doretha and Eugene hand me over to Daryl for graduation. I opened my diploma. It was empty. I worked so hard, and that's why it was empty. Attempt murder. But I would never die because God had his hands on me. True story. It's weird, popping. I watched it at Red Roof, but y'all knew that though. Because y'all was tapped into that. That's why I keep on getting the same rooms. Because it's cameras in there. God said it's cameras all in every room. They got switches. It's a big old box back there. They got switches to all the rooms. I don't care nothing about that. But back to the story. That's what happened. Hand me over. We drove off in a car that day. Drove off back to his house where we went to Popeyes. I'll never forget it. We went to Popeyes to celebrate. Hand me off over to Daryl like 3 days later, because Jessica River, she has a son that's in between, I think a year apart. She does. A year apart from Zala. Jaquan, that's his name, Jaquan or whatever his name is, Jaquan. She named him Jaquan. They like a year apart or something. That's exactly, they're a year apart, Jessica Rivers. And so I woke up one morning fixing. Zala was 6 months. I'm already at 50-20, whatever, 50, the apartment or whatever. Woke up early, 4 o'clock that morning, fixed his breakfast. I was cleaning, cooking, I was cleaning up or whatever. And some of these people didn't deserve no car. They dirty and they nasty and they stink. That's what God told me to say. He see things and hear things that no man does. So, woke up 4 a.m. that morning. Zala was already asleep. He already had a plan. So, I'm like, okay, cool. I fixed his breakfast. And I fixed his lunch. Disappeared. 12 o'clock, let's go. We on the same date. 4 a.m., he gone out the door at about 4:45. Gone. Left. Called him 12 o'clock that day. Ain't answer the phone. I'm like, dang, we got a little food. Call him again. Ain't answer the phone. 4 o'clock get here. 6 o'clock get here. Ain't answer the phone. I'm thinking something happened to the fuck nigga. So then, the next day roll around. This nigga ain't answer the phone. I'm like, dang, we running out of food. The third morning, left us in the apartment. Third morning, it's 6 o'clock. This the third day, it's 6 o'clock. So me and Zala just in there. We had food, we had drink, we just in there. So Jessica Rivers answered the phone. She said, he'll be there. I say, who are you? She said, this is his wife. And I was like, where is Daryl? She said, he just had a baby. His name is Jaquan. He just had a baby. He been in the hospital with me. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, okay, I hung up the phone. I was pissed off. I had grabbed my stuff, packed up all our stuff, and went outside crying. So a man that stays across the street, because there's some apartments across the street from Boulevard. So he came over there. He was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I don't have nowhere to go. Tell him what's going on. So I invited the dude inside his apartment. Because he was finna help me get the stuff. So as I invited the man inside the apartment, he pulls up with a white truck. He like, oh, I know you ain't got no man in here or whatever inside my house. Inside my apartment or whatever. And so the man was like, I just seen her, her and the baby on the side or whatever. Crying on the steps. So he was like, I don't want no smoke or whatever. And the man, he left. He got in the car and drove off. I remember it just like it was yesterday. So Daryl had on some rings and some boots. And I remember, I was like, I'm finna get my stuff and go. And we was inside the room. And Zala was sitting down, Zala was sitting down on the bed. So as I'm getting my stuff, I'm like, just let me leave. As I'm getting my stuff, tell me why this nigga knocked the fuck out of me. He hit me. He said, bam. This how I got this mark right here. And I said, oh no. He hit me again. Just like that. And so I punched him in his face. I said, bam. Bam. So we fighting. And my tooth, he hit me so hard, he had rings on. He had about 4 rings on at this time. He hit me so hard till my teeth went into my my lip, and it caused a hole. And then it was blood all on Zala. Zala was crying. She was 6 months. So then I'm still like moseying on through. So I'm walking out the door. I grabbed my baby. I grabbed Zala. I'm walking out the door. I forgot all about the stuff or whatever, because I'm trying to get to the hospital. So tell me why he threw he grabbed 2 butcher knives and threw it at me. And while I'm holding Zala, he threw it at me. And it landed. My back was right here. And the knives landed in the wall just like this. Boom. And so at that time, he like, come on, sit down. I know you ain't got nowhere to go. We sat down. Took me to the hospital. I had to get stitches. Took me to Shands Hospital. I had to get stitches because it was a hole. So now we riding around in the truck. He goes and buys some food. And that night, he comes to me and say, I gotta go to my son's graduation. Remind you, Jessica already done had the baby. He said, I gotta go to my son's graduation. Can you braid my hair? I'm like, we just did all of this. This man made me wash his hair. We got a blow dryer. That morning, we woke up. I end up washing his hair. And I end up washing his hair. And braiding it. And he end up, Jessica end up with coming. And he went to his whatchamacallit.